Hello, this is Andre 41. We're going to can some turnips. I'm out in the turnip patch and the turnip rows. My goodness. I did find some radishes, some big radishes too. I'm going to put about 5 radishes about baseball size. And these turnips, I'm getting ready to can them. I'm going to wash them, cut them up. That is just huge. I've got about 12 turnips and 5 radishes. That should put up 7 to 8 quarts. Try to keep everything just 7 quarts. Now let's go wash them, cut them up, and can them. Alright, next step, slice them up. I slice them up about 1 inch, inch and a quarter thick, and then slice them in longs, and then slice them up in cubes. You know, about, I don't know, 1 inch and a quarter by 1 inch and a quarter cubes. Like I said, I am going to add a few radishes, give it some flavor. Sure enough, I do not peel these. I leave the peelings on them. It don't hurt a thing. They're just as good. That's just too easy. Next step coming up. Alright, next step. We got our turnips and radishes inside a pot on the cooker, on the propane cooker. So I'm going to go ahead and add about a cup of plain salt. I'm going to do that now. I won't put any salt in the jars. Just like so. We're going to get that to boiling real hard and then turn it down. I'm going to say for about, it'll take about 30 to 45 minutes to boil that down nice and tender. You don't want to overcook it. When you put your spoon in there and mash them a little bit, just like a potato, you know when a potato's done. About 30 minutes. About 45 minutes. It's going to take 15 minutes for it to get hot. Then we'll put them in jars and we'll water bath them. This is why you have to cook turnips. See all that starch? That starch coming out. It's got starch in them just like a potato. If you put them in a jar raw, them bubbles right there, that starch will swell up and bust your jars. You have to cook turnips first. Alright, our next step, we're going to take this colander and, ouch, it was hot too. I'm going to get these out and let them drain and put them in a dish pan. I do not want this water. I do not want to use this water. It's too starchy. We're going to put fresh water in it in the jars. Oh, I'm fogging up. Alright, we're on our last step. We're putting the turnips in the jar. I'm going to go ahead and add about a teaspoon to a tablespoon of plain salt. I did add salt in the water, but see, we did not use that water at all. We're going to refresh the water. The water's got too much starch in it, and you don't want all that starchy mess. I'll fill it up right to there. So you can see I got 6 right there ready to go. I'll get the rim cleaned off real good. Put my ring and lid on real good and tight. Then I'm going to water bath these. Once the water starts boiling, I'll water bath them 20 minutes. And they're done. Beautiful turnips with a radish or 2 in it. Alright, this is the last segment. We got the 7 quart jars in the canner, waiting for it to boil. It's going to boil 20 minutes. By the time this gets done, it's going to be too dark to finish the video. I'm going to take them out, tighten them up a little bit, dry them off, turn them upside down. I'm going to put them on the picnic table till tomorrow, and then I'll put it up. I use salt in the turnips, not vinegar. Most people will tell you to use vinegar or whatever. You can if you want to, but what I like to do with my turnips is to mash them up like mashed potatoes, put butter and pepper. Don't have to add salt because it's already got plenty of salt in the jar. Just add pepper and butter, mash them up like mashed potatoes. And I don't eat vinegar in mashed potatoes. I don't know who does. So you don't have to use vinegar. You can if you want to, if you just want a vinegary stewed potatoes to eat, you know, without butter. Just throw pepper on it, whatever. That's why I don't use vinegar. I would like to say I get a lot of questions from a lot of people about my canning methods of canning beef and vegetables and everything else. I will say this. I already did a video one time about this. I would never steer nobody wrong. This ain't my first rodeo. So the way I did it is the way I do it. You know, there's 100 ways to can. You don't have to believe me, or you definitely don't have to say, you know, you're wrong, you're wrong. No, I'm not wrong. I'm right in the way I'm doing it. There's 100 ways to can a cow, plain and simple. That's going to work out pretty good. My little experiment with the sourdough starter, the Tennessee Jeff's Way, is looking really good. Also, the iron head sour crap, whatever I called it, dumb dough, that's looking pretty good. I added to it again today. The Herminator, the Mystic Guard Herman starter, it doubled up and come through the paper towel all over the refrigerator, on top of the refrigerator. It sure did. I don't think I needed to add any yeast to that at all. But it bubbled, it doubled in size, it over doubled in size. So that did not work out. If you're going to make the Herman starter, make sure that you put it in at least a gallon jug, not where I cut it in half and put it in a quart. You probably need to put it in a gallon jug. Well, that's it. Canning turnips is so easy to do. Lasts forever and a long time. That's it. All right, 7 quarts turnips. This is the end game right here. Ain't that beautiful? Nothing wrong with that. Nothing. Absolutely beautiful. So easy to do. Just takes a little effort.